The north-central states of Benue and Nasarawa, two states which border each other and are pivotal to Nigeria's food and mineral production, have been some of the country's most troubled. Made up of different ethnic groups, issues of armed herders attacks, banditry, ethnic and communal clashes, cattle rustling, illegal mining and arms proliferation, amongst others, have continuously rocked the states. It is to restore and sustain peace that the military in 2018 launched a theater operation codenamed Operation Wild Stroke. Within the last 12 months, over 1,900 operations have been conducted, while more than 120 terrorists have been neutralized.
Armed headers attack is one of the most potent threats to security in the Joint Operations Area. It involves violent confrontations between armed Fulani headers and farming communities. The threat often emanates from encroachment of herds of cattle into farmland, destroy crops, or malicious attack on the cattle by criminal elements, which result on reprisals and further reinforce the cycle of violence.
It is these successes that is restoring the confidence of the locals. Here in Tatio, a community in Guma local government area of Benue State, residents fled in 2022 due to persistent attacks by bandits, but are now beginning to return.
Before we are not here, but now we get the confidence because of the military was here. But we have one small major problem because those cattle people, when they used to eat our farm, up till now.
Martha is a food vendor. She says business is gradually returning to normal.
Before we were not here, but because of the military,
you came back.
Yes, we came back because now we are feeling freely because we don't have fear for anything again because they are here for us.
Nigeria's North Central has received global attention following perceived attacks on its largely Christian community. But the commander, Operation Wild Stroke, says mutual suspicion between ethnic groups, predominantly farmers and herders, have stoked fears and led to illegal stockpiling of weapons.
I will see it on TV that a lot of communities here, because I have evidence to back it up, have what we call community amoury. That is, the community contributes money, they source weapons on their own, and they have a group of their youths who are supposed to be in charge of those weapons. And the reason put forward is to defend the communities, from being taken over, as it were. Now, these weapons sometimes, and for a lot of times, are now being used for all manner of criminalities.
As the theater intensifies actions within its areas of operations, including Taraba State, the commander is calling on the state government and other stakeholders to provide infrastructure and basic amenities so as to bring development to these mostly agrarian communities.
It's one of our core mandate to ensure that displaced persons, are returned back to their communities, so that they can pick up their livelihood, as it were. And I also mentioned to you that I actually in person met the state governor in that regard to tell them the progress we have made, and so far they've been reassuring, and we are hopeful that maybe anytime from February, there will be in an organized manner, the return of a lot of these displaced persons back to their community, to pick up their livelihood.
Through the shrubs and the vast forest of the theater, commanders have vowed to deny the criminal elements the freedom of action until the cycle of violence, manifesting in attacks, killings, kidnappings, animal rustling, illegal mining and armed robbery, is drastically reduced. Well, Nigeria's military has continued to carry out theater operations across the country, including in the North Central, where Operation Wild Stroke holds sway. Well, in the last 12 months, its achievements including conducting more than 1,900 operations. Well, it is expected that ahead of the upcoming planting season, where residents will be able to return back to their homes and, of course, contribute to national development. From Sector 2, Operation Wild Stroke, here in Nasarawa State, Ferdinand Duroha for Rise News.